For my entire life, from probably ages, I'd say like 10 to 18, I was filled with anxiety and fear. All of my thoughts were negative, and I only looked for the worst case scenario in every situation I could possibly imagine. I would worry about what other people thought of me, what I was saying, how I looked. I just had so many fucking irrational fears. And the definition of an irrational fear, in my opinion, is any fear that's not going to kill you. If something isn't going to kill you, it shouldn't be a fear at all. Our ancestors evolved in order to feel fear so that they could survive, right? If there was a saber-toothed tiger that was going to maul their family, that's the only time they felt fear. That's the only time they were in this fight or flight state. And when you're in this fight or flight state, it's time to fight off that danger or run and hide. It's not a time to create. It's not a time to manifest. Our minds have evolved to automatically predict the worst case scenario when we are in this fear state, when we are in this fight or flight state, because for our ancestors, anything better than that worst case scenario meant that they survived. They pictured their entire family getting mauled by that saber-toothed tiger, and if they didn't get mauled, that's survival. My cat just loves to play with shit. He's playing with the cord, so if the lights go out on this little fucking tripod, that's what happened. But if you know anything about the subconscious mind, you know how powerful it is, but also how vulnerable it is. When you picture this worst case scenario, you believe that it is happening in this present moment. Your subconscious mind has no concept of past and future. All it knows is this present moment, and it has no concept of imagination and reality. That's good tea. Oh, too hot. So when you visualize that worst case scenario, you feel the emotions as if that is happening in this present moment. And like I said before, if you have an irrational fear, approaching a female, fear of what other people will think of you, fear of failing in your business, whatever it may be, something that will not kill you, something that doesn't put your survival at risk, you are picturing the worst case scenario, feeling like that is happening to you in this present moment, or whenever your mind is picturing that. And then you feel those emotions, and then you basically create that reality. If you know anything about the subconscious mind, anything about your subconscious beliefs, habits, habitual thought process, if your habitual thought process is to be anxious, stressed, fearful, then anything that you do, you're going to predict the worst case scenario, feel those negative emotions, and then create that reality in your fucking real life. So in the past, for instance, I always had an irrational fear of talking to females, approaching a female, telling a girl I had a crush on her. This was just always a fear of mine. So when I would even think about doing this, I would predict that worst case scenario, feel anxiety. I would feel like I already got rejected, like she already said I'm ugly. I predicted that worst case scenario, and then my body would believe that to be true. That would be my subconscious programming, my subconscious beliefs. Females don't like me, I'm never gonna get a female, I'm unattractive. And then I would basically manifest that reality, right? Whenever I had a crush on a girl, I could not tell her how I felt because this was my thought process, this was my belief system. And even if I did overcome my subconscious programming, my subconscious beliefs, my subconscious habits of being in my little internal bubble, not being able to be myself, I still had those internal emotions, thoughts, and beliefs that I was going to get rejected because I just visualized that, because that's what you do in your fight or flight state. So then I would go up to that female like I was unconfident, like I couldn't be myself, like I didn't like myself, because those were the beliefs, the emotions that I had within me. So I created that reality. And how do you think the female would respond to me when I was slouching my shoulders, not making eye contact, not smiling, not being myself? I was going to get rejected. There's no other way that anything else could happen, right? So to sort of summarize this video, I guess I'll just keep it a bit short today, but you need to not only better your mental health so you can stop being in that fight or flight fear state, anxiety, stress, fear, fight or flight. When you are in this state, you will automatically visualize that worst case scenario. You will feel those emotions as if it has already happened. You will start to condition yourself to believe negative beliefs, and then that will be who you are on autopilot for 95% of the day. And then this sort of gets into the next part of reprogramming your belief system, of doing things like meditation, affirmations, visualization, journaling as if you are your future self, doing anything that tricks your subconscious mind in the opposite direction. Because right now you are tricking your subconscious mind into believing that undesired reality, that worst case scenario is happening in this present moment. So you can picture the best case scenario happening, and you will trick your subconscious mind into believing that it is happening in this present moment, but you've conditioned your mind to do the opposite, to picture that worst case scenario, to be anxious, to be in that fight or flight state. So you've constantly been programming your mind to believe negative beliefs that you do not want to believe. So when you first try affirmations, when you first try visualization, it's gonna feel difficult, it's gonna feel weird, it's gonna feel uncomfortable, it's gonna feel like it's not fucking working because, yeah, the entire day you are doing the opposite of visualization. But the more you do this, the better you'll get at it, the more you'll ingrain those positive beliefs in your mind, and the more you'll get rid of those limiting beliefs. And like I said, you need to meditate as well. Meditation goes hand in hand with reprogramming your subconscious mind and bettering your mental health. So that's definitely one of the most powerful things that you can do to change your entire life. But you need to also learn how to meditate throughout the day. When you're about to approach that girl, if you have thoughts swirling on your mind saying, yo, I'll never get her, she's going to reject me, I'm ugly, I'm unattractive, you won't get the girl. But if you use that meditation practice throughout your everyday life and you just let go of those negative thoughts, and then you also use that visualization practice, those affirmations throughout your everyday life. So you let go of all your negative thoughts, and then you feel how you felt in your visualization. You feel that best case scenario happening in this present moment. You use those positive affirmations and you feel fucking amazing. So then when you go approach her, you're your best self, you're your most confident self, you are being yourself, and you're no longer being that unconfident little bitch that you were before. So after you finish this video, here's what I want you to do. I want you to grab a piece of paper, write down a few fears that you have, maybe 5 fears, 3 fears, who knows, maybe just one. Any fear that you truly want to overcome, and write down the thoughts that you tell yourself when you think of that fear. Maybe you think of that approaching a female and you say, oh, I'm not good at speaking to women, I wouldn't know what to say, I'm unattractive, I'm unconfident. Write that down on a piece of paper, and then write down the exact opposite. I am confident, I'm amazing at speaking to women, I am attractive, I am beautiful. Whatever you're telling yourself, that is now an affirmation that you can say to yourself over and over and over again. Because it takes 21 days to reprogram your subconscious mind, to reprogram your belief system. But once it's a belief, this becomes who you are on autopilot for 95% of the day, and you start to create that into your fucking reality, literally on autopilot. It'll be so much easier to be the person that you want to be. And then you need to write down your desired reality and visualize that daily, again, for 21 days straight. The more you do this, the better you'll get at it, the easier affirmations will... My cat's fucking around. The easier affirmations will become, the easier your visualizations will become, and the easier it'll be to create your dream desired reality. So use affirmations, use visualization, and then above all, meditate. And then you will slowly but surely get over those fears and create the reality that you want to create. If you want some additional things that you can do to reprogram your subconscious mind, to help you out on your manifestation journey and to hold you accountable, I'll have a free habit tracker linked down below that you can follow every single day. Today I meditated. Today I used affirmations. Today I looked at my vision board and I visualized. You can check that off every single day, and slowly but surely, this will be ingrained into your habits to change your beliefs, to change your habits, to change your subconscious mind, to manifest your dream reality, to change 95% of your day, to change 95% of your life. If you know the power of your subconscious mind, the power of manifestation, the power of the law of attraction, you sure as hell want to do this daily, and you're sure as hell going to want to get that habit tracker to build these habits and to change your life. Don't click on the next video. Get to work.